Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a topic that sparks a lot of debate in implant dentistry. What if the surgical guide you're trusting isn't actually guiding you at all? You see, when clinicians talk about using surgical guides for implant placement, they aren't always talking about the exact same thing. There are two fundamentally different approaches: pilot drill guidance and fully guided surgery. In this explainer, we're going to unpack the real mechanical differences and the incredibly high clinical stakes between these two methods. We'll clarify what each approach actually does and figure out how much of an accuracy boost they really deliver compared to just flying freehand.
Here is our roadmap for today. We're going to define the two main approaches to guidance, do a quick reality check on accuracy, explore those high-stakes clinical outcomes, and then wrap up with a definitive playbook for your next case. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. Two approaches to guidance. Let's establish the baseline mechanics of what these guides actually control.
First up, we have pilot drill guidance, which you might also hear called partial guidance. Think of this as just a set of training wheels. It mechanically assists you with that very first pilot drill to help nail down your entry point and initial angle. But after that, you take the guide out. The entire rest of your surgery is completely freehand.
Now flip the script: fully guided surgery. This guide isn't going anywhere. It stays securely locked in the mouth for the entire drilling sequence. From your smallest pilot drill all the way to your final profile drill, every single instrument is inserted into a dedicated sleeve. These sleeves mechanically force the drill into the planned direction, and depth-limiting stops control your depth automatically. It dictates the exact path of every single drill in your protocol.
The mechanical contrast here is honestly night and day. With a pilot drill guide, your mechanical control just vanishes after the first 3 to 5 millimeters. It completely leaves you hanging for the final angulation, depth, and overall position of the implant. But a fully guided approach, that gives you absolute, uncompromising control over the entire osteotomy, every entry point, every angle, and every single depth. All right, Section 2, the accuracy reality check. Let's take those mechanics and translate them into hard numbers. When we look at the data, there is a massive gap in deviation. Research shows that pilot drill guidance can drift anywhere from 1.5 to 2.5 millimeters off target at the apex. Fully guided, a razor-thin 0.5 millimeter to 1 millimeter. For angular accuracy, pilot guides stray by 4 to 8 degrees, whereas fully guided cuts that down to a tight 2 to 5 degrees. And for depth, pilot guides can be off by up to 1.5 millimeters, while fully guided keeps it under 1 millimeter. Basically, pilot drill guidance just sits in this mediocre middle ground between totally freehand guessing and fully guided precision.
So the absolutely crucial takeaway here is this multiplier, a 2 to 3 times improvement. By going fully guided, your positional and angular accuracy get 2 to 3 times better than if you just used a pilot drill. That is a massive leap in predictability for your practice.
Moving on to Section 3, high-stakes clinical outcomes. How do those abstract little millimeters actually impact your patient's results? Let's start with the aesthetic zone, right in the front of the smile. Out there, a 1.5 to 2.5 millimeter inaccuracy isn't just some clinical stat on a spreadsheet, it is a highly visible flaw. Specifically, just a 2 millimeter error in the buccal lingual dimension can completely ruin a case. And why is that such a big deal? Because that 2 millimeter error triggers severe emergence profile problems. And if you've been practicing for a while, you know that trying to fix an anterior emergence profile later on is notoriously difficult and incredibly expensive. That's exactly why you need that sub-millimeter precision margin of fully guided surgery. It provides the exact safety net those delicate anterior cases absolutely require. Now, consider a much scarier scenario. Imagine you're planning an implant, and the apex is sitting within just 3 millimeters of the inferior alveolar nerve canal. In a situation like this, precision isn't about making things look pretty. It is quite literally a matter of keeping your patient safe from permanent nerve damage. If you rely on a pilot guide here, you are introducing a very real, very terrifying probability of hitting that nerve canal once you switch to freehand drilling. Fully guided accuracy, on the other hand, locks in that tight deviation. It actively protects your planned 1.5 to 2 millimeter clinical clearance. It guarantees an adequate safety margin the entire time, keeping your patient totally protected. What about full arch cases? If you're placing 4 to 6 implants using just a pilot guide, those positional errors we talked about, they compound. By the time you reach the final implant, the relationship deviations between all of them make it practically impossible to seat the final prosthesis passively without some seriously costly and time-consuming adjustments. Because of that snowballing error, full arch cases demand fully guided surgery, no exceptions. Plus, think about that 5 to 8 degree angle deviation you get with a pilot drill. That means you are going to be relying heavily on angled abutments. Fully guided keeps everything nice and tight, right in that 2 to 5 degree range, so you can easily use straight, manageable abutments. Okay, section 4, making your clinical choice. Let's open up the definitive playbook for your daily practice. So you might be asking yourself, if fully guided is so vastly superior, why on earth does anyone still use pilot guides? Honestly, it almost always comes down to simple familiarity. It's just what a lot of clinicians are used to doing. Because the reality is, the clinical evidence simply does not back up pilot drill as the better choice for any case type.
Is it a money thing? Well, yeah, pilot drill guides are a bit simpler to make. They only have a single sleeve, no depth controls, and a smaller overall footprint. Because they're easier to manufacture, they will absolutely save you a few bucks up front.
But here's the catch. The massive clinical value of getting 2 to 3 times better accuracy completely blows that tiny cost difference out of the water. You are essentially trading modest upfront savings for severe compromises in safety, aesthetics, and prosthetic ease. When you weigh the risks, it's just a no-brainer. And hey, if you're worried that you have to go buy a whole new surgical kit, don't sweat it. Both methods use the exact same implant system drills. A fully guided setup just integrates dedicated sleeves and depth-limiting features directly into the guide for each specific step in your system's protocol.
So, is there ever a time when a pilot guide is actually justified? Yes, but it's a really narrow window. It's acceptable for a simple, single posterior tooth where there's generous bone, low aesthetic demands, no critical anatomy nearby, and it's being done by a highly experienced surgeon. But honestly, even in that perfect scenario, fully guided is still going to be faster and more consistently accurate.
For pretty much everything else, here is your playbook. Aesthetic zone, fully guided, 0 exceptions. Nerve proximity under 3 millimeters, no exceptions. Full arch or multi-implant cases, no exceptions. Doing an immediate placement, strongly recommended. And listen, if you have done fewer than 50 cases in your career, fully guided should absolutely be your unequivocal standard of care.
I'll leave you with this thought to mull over. As the data proves, guides never make a case worse. They only add precision. So when you're in doubt, always choose fully guided. The next time you sit down to fill out a lab order, you have to ask yourself, are you really willing to gamble a patient's smile, or their safety, on a partial guide just to save a few dollars? Thanks for joining me on this explainer.